Hello there, and welcome back to France. We're about to, well, start our civil war, I guess I should call it, against Muscovy. We have, how many troops? 40, 300, well, 360,000 troops set off, or 390,000 troops set off to, well, the separatists are kicking these guys' asses. And we're going to actually, I think, just start the war right now. I'm pretty sure that we will be able to keep Aragon at bay. And basically everyone else who would decide to, well, mess with us, I think I might have to move with these guys, but not right now. I'll also have to see what happens over here with Portugal and things like that. I might actually have to try and, well, take them down a couple of notches, but we'll have to wait to see. They do at least have some sort of army, but it doesn't actually seem like they have boats. But I shouldn't worry about that, because that's not actually anything that will have any effect on this game whatsoever. So what I think we'll do here is, first and foremost, do I have what needed to take down that fleet? Probably do not. Well, I do, I think. I do need that fleet to just get to some of the colonies here, which could, well, very well be a problem. Muscowy colony right here, things like that. But yeah, the main problem here will be that the front line will be so insanely stretched that I'll probably get in trouble simply organizing the entire bout. So first and foremost here, let us get that military access with Ukraine. Of course, with our idiot king here, any war exhaustion will rapidly, well, grow to extreme heights, let's just say that. I'll just move these guys into a little bit, well, better positions, and then we'll go ahead and declare our war here. We'll try to siege the entirety of Muscovy, and I'll probably turn the speed down to 3. I'll show you my troop movements, but basically for most of the sieges, I'll just keep, well, everything under lock and key almost. They are going to Setsu. Where the hell is that? They're actually going there, which is kind of perfect. I could potentially use this to my advantage. Francois de Fox is my backs. Well, he has a good fire, so that is perfectly fine as well. Once these guys hit, we'll actually go ahead and declare the war. So, last of this month. As you can see, Portugal actually managed to declare independence, but hopefully they won't survive for too long. They could be a problem, but once again, I doubt so. I don't care too much about this area anyways, and it will be very easy with the colonial nations to actually conquer it in the future, so I don't think I have anything to worry about. But as I said here, we'll wait until these guys actually are on top of my army, and then we'll declare on them. Or do I really want to? They have basically half of their army in this area, so I might actually wait until this one actually joins up as well. So yeah, they do have support, or no, we'll decline. Good to see where they're going. They're going to be there on the 2nd. So yeah, if I actually declare war on the 1st, I should be able to get everything I ever wanted here to some degree. But for those of you who didn't notice, I actually have a very annoying issue with religion, and that is mostly due to the fact that I allow my tolerance of heretics to get too high. So don't allow it to get too high, otherwise you'll just get a ton of heretics in your lands. It's not fun. But yeah, let us go ahead, declare war on Muscovy, and first battle, 60 versus well, half that. This army's troop composition is not optimal, but hopefully we can make something work here. We'll go for take capital Moscow. We should be able to get there sooner rather than later. Let us go ahead and declare that war. So I'm a little bit unsure where these guys actually have troops. Did I take espionage? Yeah, I did not take espionage. I believe there's something there you can use to, well, spy, but I'm a little bit unsure. So what we'll do here, of course, is just siege our way slowly but surely over there. Using 15,000 men as siege units is probably a little bit overkill, but I think I can afford it. Or at least I hope I can afford it. We'll simply have to wait and see here. But the interesting fact here, or factoid, will be this first battle. They don't actually have a leader either, which makes things even more interesting. I have 9,000 men down here, which, well, could also make things interesting. But as you can imagine here, what we will be doing is mostly just splitting up into 15,000 man armies, and we're going to use these for sieges. I'm going to have to keep an eye on everything in order to make sure that they suddenly don't actually get their asses handed to them by, well, Muscovy troops, which of course would be a horrible, horrible thing to have happen. So, yeah, it should be interesting, but hopefully I can pull a victory. We'll also use these armies here to get up to Moskva early, to first, well, we want to inflict some extra war exhaustion, but also to get the war score up to keep the morale low, things like that. I have no idea if that actually matters in game, but I'm just trying to make the best out of it. Of course, we might actually lose some battles against the Muscovite navy here, but I'm pretty sure we will, well, win. They have caught up with us in military tech, though, but I'm pretty sure they are still... no, they're actually westernized. Or are they western? If they have the same troops as me, I might actually be in trouble. But yeah, I think we'll make things work. So, with troop movements now set, let's see how this battle goes. It's a slaughter. So yeah, that is 1/4 of the Muscovite's army done, and I lost 1,400 men. That kind of sets the. That kind of tells you just how, to some extent, overpowered my army actually is compared to theirs, and it also means that now they don't really have that much of a chance. Some of that is even Aragonese troops, so I think we'll just siege Gold Coast and the capital, and that should be more than enough to have already won this war. So I'm not concerned, and I think this area here will be the most interesting one battle-wise. The only thing I'm kind of worried about here is with these sieges, if I actually have the manpower to sustain it. I think I do, but I'm a little bit unsure here. Joseph de Bercy will still be in charge here. I was tempted to set the Idiot King in charge, but that could have turned bad. We are going to try and get this 70k army before it actually gets... before it actually starts causing trouble for me, like they're doing here. I don't think we'll be... No, we'll not be able to leave that. They destroy a 1,000-man army, though. They are recruiting, which is, well, kind of to be expected, I guess I should say. But sieges are coming on nicely, and I'm pretty sure I can actually afford to allow the armies that are standing, well, mostly at the back, just split them up a little bit. Of course, it's going to be a little bit annoying when it comes to, well, joining these armies up again, but I think it should be fine. I'll simply have to wait and see, to be perfectly honest here. So let's split that in half. Let us move those guys over there. Let us split this one in half as well. Place those guys there, then we're going to move these guys forward. Where will I have troops now? We'll have two 15,000 men units, and we'll place those guys in Dorpat then. But I'll keep them in 14,000 men armies here, because, well, I could certainly run into a Muscovite army, but in this area here, it's far less likely, and that is kind of what I'm relying on here. Battle of Tashkent. So yeah, they, as you can see, they are actually getting some war score thanks to my vassals, well, armies. But hopefully it won't be too troublesome. So, second battle here that I find myself. Once again, we are crushing them. And once again, they lost their entire army in a very, very small bout. So, yes, I am confident that we will beat them without too much fuss here. The only problem, of course, would be to hunt down their armies, but anything else than that shouldn't actually be a problem. And I think I will allow myself to have the smaller armies here actually siege a bigger area, just to make use of them, more or less. And also, since you could see that I did win those smaller battles, I'm also pretty sure that I can allow myself to use these guys to siege, well, more provinces than originally planned. So I think we have control on the eastern seaboard, and I'm pretty sure that we also have control on the western. The problem here, most of the battles will actually happen in Kazakh, so that should be interesting. Bukhara in the 11th, 16th, so I'll still hunt down this army, and once we actually catch up to that, we'll get into some, well, other battle. I'll show you. Did not actually anticipate getting into battle with the Aragonese troops, but we did defeat them. And I'm just going to go ahead and use this army, hunt them down, which shouldn't actually be a problem. So, as I said, we'll be looking forward to the next battle, and once we get into the next battle, I'll show you. So, the second battle here has been initiated. We get a -1 for crossing, but even with this general, they should lose pretty significantly. I have 45% more discipline and a whole point of morale, so this is most likely just going to be a slaughter. But due to their good general here, they might actually be able to get home without, well, too horrible losses and actually inflicting a little bit of mine. But as you can see, even with a, well, lesser general, I'm still causing massive damage. They're still, well, in trouble. And all in all, I'm pretty sure that we've won this with this battle. I'm still a little bit, I don't want to split this army, especially considering that, well, I guess we'll actually split it in this case, because of the simple fact that I can then use, well, to hunt down the other armies here. Why can't I actually move these guys? Do they need some... Oh, it's because they're in a province that I can't actually move into. Well, how stupid of me. But yeah, I'll split it just to try and hunt down some of their, well, smaller armies. We'll also have to keep an eye over here, because I'm pretty sure this is where they'll eventually pop up. But other than that, I'm pretty sure things will go, well, to some extent swimmingly. They do have some, well, hard fortresses here. And as you can see, they do have some pretty goddamn, well, siege-safe structures, so to speak, or cities, whatever you want to call them. They are almost siege-proof, and I might actually have to use 15,000 man armies to actually break these things. We'll have to see, but in the long run, I'm pretty sure once we actually start breaking their morale and things like that, we should be able to get the results that we're after here. And I just realized there's a very big and annoying army here, so we're going to go after that one. And one of them are, yeah, one of them are actually already retreating, so I think I can actually hunt down this army in... yeah, I can actually hunt it down and destroy it, it looks like. Which is great. There we go, that army destroyed. I can then allow this army to actually go on its own, and we're going to use this one to hunt down, well, the others here. I think we'll actually use this army to start sieging down here. So, once again, battle's not really interesting in this, say, because of my extreme levels of discipline. So, yeah, we're going to just continue with what we have been doing. And I'm pretty sure that we, as I said, will win this. I'll just continue the warfare. We have finally gotten ourselves into kind of an awkward position here. As you can see, there are... Well, the Muscowy troops have actually gone west, kind of like I predicted, but... once again, I didn't pay enough attention as a result of this. I might actually get into trouble here. We'll probably have to relieve a couple of sieges. They have their top-notch general here, coming in on Muscowy. So that is going to be bad. These guys are going to Peskov, but can I go directly? No, I can't. We'll have to lift the sieges on both of these in order to make sure that we can actually beat back this army here. And I'm pretty sure that we will win, but once again, it's kind of an annoying fact that I have to lift sieges in order to win the battles here. I should probably also try and get some generals into the area, because right now, I'm actually losing that battle. And I'm almost losing the one in Moscow, so... No, I have lost the one in Moscow. So that's kind of bad. So, as you can see, if I don't have generals in my armies, they suffer greatly. And pretty sure I have one general here that... Yeah, that's not where it should be. But what we will do here is just pull back for now. As you can see, our loss... well, the losses were about equal. No, we lost more. I think I will be able to win here. But even so, I have definitely got to go home and fetch myself a general. In fact, the easiest way to do that, of course, Holstein is just standing there like a, well, annoying child. But even so, this doesn't actually bode too well for me in the future here. Ukraine declared war on Polotsk doesn't actually pose any problem to me at all. The only thing is that potentially it could be a little bit more, well, awkward once I actually get to the point of moving troops. But other than that, I don't really see a big problem here. Let's place those two troops over there. And once that mercenary unit is done, we're going to use them to get a general to the front line. But also this actually bodes well, because that means the only real issue here will be, well, this area right here. But even so, they've gotten themselves into battle here that I didn't actually notice, but we did win. Manpower-wise, we are kind of in a troublesome situation with 44,000 men needed. But on the Eastern Front, we haven't actually met any resistance, and, well, we're more or less sieging everything here. We just have to wait. I will also split up the 15,000 man armies into smaller ones to, well, speed up the process. And as you can see here, army-wise, almost all of their armies are over here. The armies that I know of, that is. So, I dare say that I'm definitely in charge, and I did cancel my military access with Ukraine because I didn't think I needed it. Well, turns out I do. We'll hire another general, because I can, but also because I need one on the frontier. Wow, fairly good general too, which is good. But as I said here, we will be using general, and we'll be using him over here. We'll be using the other one on, well, the armies up here, but even so, the sieges in this area is, as you might expect, going to take more time than anything else, but other than the battles, I don't really expect too much. So, as I said, this is going to be probably one more episode, then we're done. You can already see that this is a war that I can't really lose. But even so, people wanted to see it. I don't really know why. Muscowy is down to 118,000 men. They have 248,000 manpower left, which is good. Ottomans would not prove to be as difficult, I think. They have probably have more power to them, to their punch, so to speak. But they aren't actually a big threat. Let's just be perfectly honest about that. I can easily kick their asses. But that's not the point here. So, we'll continue the war against Muscovy next time. It should be fairly interesting. We are sieging a ton of provinces, so I don't expect it will take too long, as I said. We'll see how it goes. Thank you for watching. Please have a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like. And hopefully, I'll see you around next time. Bye.